The time has begun. It has begun. Begun, I say.
She speaks with the might of 100 soldiers.
Is it going to start? We shall see. We shall see, you guys. Will YouTube let me go live? Oh, I think it's going to let me go live. And here we are. Oh, YouTube. You stupid YouTube. What's going on, you guys? Egotastic FunTime live. Here to talk about the stuff we like to talk about. I have some important news for you that has nothing to do with me. It has to do with streaming services and the fact that everything costs too damn much. Good news. This is, I just did this right now, 5 minutes ago, waiting for this stream to start. I went over to Hulu because Hulu has a special Black Friday deal that's going on right now. It's not even Black Friday yet, and it's going on right now. What's up, Sci-Fi Mombi, Philip Gaming, Joy, Don, Michael, Heel, Roman, and all the rest, Archmage Frey, and the rest of you that are, it looks like you're all coming in right now. I'm so glad because I got some great news for you. Do not miss out on this deal. Save you a wad of cash on Hulu and more. I just did this 5 minutes ago. I canceled my YouTube subscription and I started a new subscription because Hulu has a deal right now. 99 cents a month for 12 months. That's right. You can get Hulu with ads. You know, they're not going to give you everything. With ads, they're giving you the ads for 99 cents a month for an entire year, but you can add on Disney Plus for a year for only another 99 cents a month. So you can get both Hulu and Disney Plus, both carriers of the Orville, FYI, if you didn't know, but of course you knew, for 99 cents a piece. That's $1.98 a month for those two streaming services, but I'm not done. For an additional, no, I'm sorry, let me go back. Disney is an extra $2 a month. So $2 a month for Disney for a year, 99 cents for Hulu for a year, but also for another 99 cents, you can add on Stars for 6 months. So for 6 months, you'll get Stars for 99 cents, you get Disney Plus for $2, and you get Hulu for 99 cents. Do not miss out on this deal. It's only going on for a couple of days. I just did it 5 minutes ago. So yes, I canceled Hulu only to resubscribe and get a badass deal. I am getting Hulu, Disney Plus, and Stars for $3.98 a month, you guys. That is an incredible savings by Grabthar's Hammer. What a savings, you guys. What is going on? I hope you guys pick up that deal. Dean Lucero, what's up? Hey, JP, I actually made a live stream. You did. I actually made a live stream. They don't happen often, but because of robot treachery, this channel, beware. What you're watching right now is a demonetized YouTube channel. I am demonetized for the rest of the year. I was so close. I got the numbers I needed on my second channel. Oh, 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, I got the numbers I needed to become partially monetized on my second channel. But so I went ahead and applied. YouTube said no to that channel as well because it's connected to this channel. So there is no monetization on YouTube for me. So we're going back. I mean, I'll be coming up. This channel's not going anywhere. I'm not stopping. I'm not letting YouTube have the pleasure of kicking me out with all the other crap they monetize on the platform. But we're going to be twitching it up. We're going to be all the links are right there in the video description here. Twitching. We're going to be going on Twitch a lot to do watch parties. First watch party I decided is going to be the newer RoboCop movie. Maybe we'll do that after this stream. I haven't planned it yet. I just know it's going to be the new RoboCop. I saw it when it first came out. I do not remember anything about it except for some shootout in a building. That's all I remember. I don't care. It's all about hanging out and watching a movie together. So if you want to become, if you want to follow me on Twitch, go ahead. The link is down below. If you want to support this channel, there's the instant tip feature, which is the PayPal feature, link below. If you want to support, become a member, we're doing that with Patreon. And going forward, even when I get remonetized again, next year, hopefully February, fingers crossed, I'm doing away with all memberships on YouTube. I don't want them getting viewers dollars and cents, because they take a big old cut, whereas Patreon and PayPal take hardly anything at all. So if you want to support Egotastic FunTime, those are the two platforms that doing it in a monetary type way. But otherwise, we're here to hang out. We're here to chat. We're here to have a good time. We're here to talk about the Orville, talk about the new Ted series coming to Peacock from Seth MacFarlane, January 11th of 2024. What's that, like 2 months away? Less than 2 months away, something like that. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about anything else we want to talk about. And there's no rules. If I want to say an Effie, I'll say an Effie. If I want to say an Essie, I'll say an Essie. I usually don't say that stuff though, so we'll see. But I could. So you want to tune in and wait for it, just in case, you guys. New Orville news? No, cat lover. No Orville news as of yet. There's going to be more Orville. This is something I know. It's not something I feel, something I know. There's going to be more Orville, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. We might get an announcement sooner than later. We're supposed to be getting an announcement sooner than later. According to the production, they're waiting for the strikes to be over. They haven't announced anything yet, but, you know, they're doing the Ted series. They got to promote other things first, and then they'll let it loose that they're going to be coming out with some Orville. But I guarantee you it's going to be a while. I'm guessing, and I guessed this last summer, that it probably won't be till 2025. Don't quote me on it unless that turns out to be the case. But then you can quote the hell out of me saying JP is a prophet. He's the Orville evangelist. But I think it's going to be a long time. So we got to figure out how to have some fun until then. But there will be a then, I am pretty damn sure, because the Orville is Seth MacFarlane's baby. And I'm not assuming that either. I know it as a fact. I know it from talking to the guy and hanging out with the guy, that he loves the Orville. And he's also a superhero when it comes to making content and being a producer and getting what he wants. He wants the Orville. There's going to be more Orville. We just got to wait for it, you guys. But this is the place. Anytime there is Orville news, this is the place to find out about it. Sooner than later, sooner than everybody else, you guys. This we know. But yes, no Orville news. Fill Up Gaming stars to watch Patrick Stewart on Blunt Talk. You know what? When Blunt Talk came out a few years ago, of course I didn't have stars. I guess I have stars now. I haven't had time to go watch it because I just did it I signed up 5 minutes ago. Blunt Talk was a show I really wanted to check out. I guess I can do that now. Thank you for that recommendation, Fill Up Gaming. What's the link? Which link? Any of my links are in the description below. The Hulu link is just hulu.com. Sign up for stuff. It'll pop up right on the screen, but you got to do it today, tomorrow. It's probably only going to last till Friday or Saturday. Get on there, save you some money, because streaming, there's too much streaming. There's too many shows. All the good shows are on streaming services behind a paywall. They all cost a lot of money. Some more than others. Get you this incredible deal. You're going to save a ton of money for an entire year. Don Ranger Power. Hello, JP and all. Hope everyone is well, despite the passing of Rosalind Carter. Josh, that's right, Josh Ackland, Peter Spellos, and one of my aunts. I'm so sorry for all of those, but I'm especially sorry to hear about your aunt. Well, I say aunt. Some people say aunt. Your aunt or aunt. Don Ranger Power. Losing people that I love, loved ones, family members. I hate it. I hate it so much. I mean, of course I do. Duh. I'm not saying it's not a revelation or anything. But yeah, I always, and all the people I loved my entire life in my family, my aunt, my mom, uh, my stepdad, all of them. I'm so worried. They're all older now. I'm older now, but they're much older than me. And I just, every day I think about, oh, I'm going to lose them sooner than later. And just breaks my heart. Yes, Sci-Fi Mombi, renew the Orville. Renew it, damn it. I'm thinking of putting out some merchandise about renewing the Orville, damn it. Just got to figure out what it is. I do have the new hats. Well, it's also shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. It's getting cold outside, you guys. I got the new Boom design. Has an engineering badge with Boom on it and something. Oh, and just cool design. Just me being artsy, I guess. I don't have a link up for that. I don't think I have. Well, actually, YouTube might still allow shopping products underneath this video. I don't know. I have no idea. But I have the new hats under there, / hoodies / shirts. No stocking, no Christmas stockings or anything. Though I'm thinking about making some Bordas Christmas stockings. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? That's right, Sci-Fi Mombi. Keep the faith. It's coming. The Orville is coming, you guys. It's just not coming anytime soon. But hopefully the announcement is coming soon. You got to get some TED promotion done first before, because that's actually coming really soon. In a month, in like 2 months, less than 2 months. So they got to do that first. And then they can say, hey, you know what? We're also making the Orville. Don't you guys like that? Yes, we do. Kevin Scott, how you doing? Hey, JP, glad I caught you. About to listen to Sympathy for the Devil audio track. Oh, if you have not heard that before, it is so good. Sympathy for the Devil, the last episode of season 3 of the Orville. Such a great story. Probably my favorite story of the entire season, but they weren't allowed to make it. Most of you know that. Because of COVID, they weren't allowed to travel to Europe to film the bulk of the episode, which has to be filmed in Europe. Nothing in the States, nothing on a studio, nothing in Canada or Mexico or anywhere. Well, neither of those places would work during the time, would be the correct type of atmosphere to film what needs to be filmed. It has to be Europe, has to be old timey, has to kind of look like, you know, World War II, Germany. Such a great story, such a great message. A message talking about many things, but one of the things is algorithms, which is the bane of my existence, is algorithms. And a lot of you might not know this, but algorithms are the bane of your existence as well. Totally crashing and burning human society. Algorithms are, more specifically, social media algorithms. Such a great story. Please enjoy it. What am I saying? Of course you're going to enjoy it. It's a great story. It's the best story. It's my favorite Orville story. We're still waiting for your cameo on the Orville. I wouldn't bet against getting a cameo. I bet you if I really worked at it, I could get something, just some dude in the background somewhere in the mess hall eating some fake Jello looking food. I'm sure I could do that. But I'd probably have to figure out how to get there and all that stuff. I don't think they're going to pay for me to come out to be an extra. Hashtag Moorville, Joy Don says. Absolutely. Vendetta Wild, so good to see you. So good to see your name written on the screen here. Kevin Scott says, hey, JP, glad I caught you. Oh, no, I already read that. It's just such a good message, though. You're going to listen to Sympathy for the Devil. There's a link, I believe, in the description of the video for Sympathy for the Devil. If you guys don't have it, it's incredibly inexpensive. Narrated by Bruce Boxleitner, who plays the president of the Planetary Union in season 3 of the Orville, and some awesome other things. Babylon 5 fans. Bruce Boxleitner is the narrator. He does a great job playing all the characters and just being an awesome narrator. It's a great show, Blunt Talk. Egotastic FunTime might have to become more of a Blunt Talk type situation now that pretty pissed off at YouTube, you guys. Pretty pissed off at YouTube, and I have such a hard time finding time to do a live stream or to make a video or to just do administration work for the content creation, because I'm usually spending all daylight hours because I got demonetized. I got to work, right? I got to work, just like the song says. You gotta work all day long. Daytime hours, I'm doing rideshare. I'm doing Uber rideshare. I should be doing that right now, but I went out this morning. It must be because of the holiday week. Yesterday was okay, but today there was nothing coming in, which I couldn't believe. That just never happens. There's always rides coming in, but nothing today. I'm guessing it's the holiday. I'm like, you know what? This is a waste of time. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna start doing some of the stuff I've been wanting to do when it comes to streaming and putting out videos and stuff like that, because I don't have the time to waste. You not waste time. I have to make money at all times because I'm behind on everything. I got to keep the lights on. I got to keep the family fed. Luckily, I have an awesome wife who does 50% of the work. Well, probably 95% of the work, but I try to pay as much as I can, if not more than what everyone else is paying. It's just really hard to do right now because society, you guys. But I'm like, I'm not giving up on YouTube. I'm not giving up on this community. I'm not giving up on any of that just because YouTube's trying to kick me out. I'm staying. It's just all about finding time. And nighttime is really tough. You got a family. When the night arrives, you got responsibilities. You got trashes to take out. You got people to spend time with. You got dinners with the family, TV with family, spend time with the people you care about. And then it's time to go to bed and start it all over again, you guys. Awesome. Yeah, I need to get back into doing merch. It's just so tough because years ago, I had a store, a merch store on Amazon. Oh man, that was great. Then Amazon was a bitch and they kicked me off. And then it was Teespring, which was pretty good as well. Not as good as Amazon, but pretty good. And then they were a bitch and they kicked me out. And now I'm on Spreadshirt, which I don't know. I've sold maybe 3 or 4 things on there. But I don't do as much as I should. And you can't advertise anywhere. You can't advertise on social media. You add a link to anywhere on social media, they instantly snuff you out. They're like, no one's going to be allowed to see this unless you pay us. And I'm not paying it. I'm not paying the internet for anything. Eric Pullman says, I am now in the presence, or should I say, presence of the king. The king of what? I don't know. I might be the king of burgers. I'm Burger King, I guess. Yeah, the strikes are over. The Hollywood strikes are over. Such a hardcore, lame situation for the actors and the writers. But it's the producers, and not the producers, the owners, the big studio execs. Because there's plenty of talented producers making things. Seth MacFarlane is a producer of the Orville. But the studio execs, they want that money. What did they do for that money? I have no idea. I have no idea how they got into their chairs, in their offices. I don't know what they do that's worth the money that they make, but I know they're not acting. I know they're not doing anything talented or creative. They're just there counting money all day. So that's why the strikes were going on, because they're trying to screw writers and they're trying to screw actors. And they finally said, no, we're not going to take it. So they did the strikes. Everybody played hardball. Even the studios played hardball, saying, oh, we're just going to drag this out until you guys lose your houses and lose your homes and lose your ability to feed your families. But they stood strong. The bigger actors donated money. Seth MacFarlane altogether donated $6 million to help keep actors' heads above water, because there's lots of actors out there that they don't make money, you guys. They don't make money. They're just, working stiffs, blue collar actors. You recognize them, but they don't make any money. Aaron Paul doesn't make any money from Breaking Bad. He made money for playing Jesse Pinkman, but and then the show got super huge on Netflix, but Netflix never paid them any money. They're like, we paid for the rights, we're not paying for anything else. They're bringing in tons of money and subscriptions, but they're not sharing it with the people that made the product. And that's not how it used to be. That's not how TV was. But the streaming services changed everything. But the situation for actors didn't change. And now they're wanting to use AI to basically just make fake versions of actors that bring in ticket sales and bring in subscriptions, but they don't want to pay the likenesses of the people that they're taking. So actors were like, no, this is going too far. And it might seem innocent right now, but it's just going to build and build and build and become more of a money grab for the studio execs without paying money to the talent. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Remember back in the day when music cost money? I remember that. I remember someone would come out with a song and people would pay them money. That doesn't happen anymore. I used to buy CDs and tapes, and that's my time. Before that, people bought records and 8-tracks. But my time, it's cassettes and then CDs and then 99-cent songs on iTunes. And it just builds and builds and builds. And now music's free. I don't care what talent went into it. I just listen to it for free. No problem. What about eBay to sell? God, I just heard it, Barry. I just heard a great eBay joke. What was it? It was on the show Trial and Error, which is a great show. They did 2 seasons, 2 complete seasons, complete stories, worth watching. You're not going to be left out in the cold if you get into it. 2 seasons. I think it's maybe available on Amazon right now. Such a funny show. And it's like a hick town. It's like a town with a bunch of dummies in it. That's the joke of the show. And they were talking about selling it to eBay. And then it turns out eBay is just a guy they call eBay. They don't know what the website is. It's kind of like how in Pawnee, Indiana, on Parks and Recreation, everyone still uses Alta Vista as a search engine. Mark Lawrence, how you doing? Etsy. Archimedes Frey, not to mention being held to a contract for 6 episode seasons instead of working on 24. Yeah, an actor used to get a gig on a show, which is hard enough as it is. That's like winning the lottery. You get you'd have almost a full year of work, or at least half a year of work. And now you get 6 to 10 episodes, and then it's done. And then you're out of work for, I don't know, 8 months, 8 to 10 months. And it's not like one actor could be on a million shows. You get on a show, that's the only show they're going to let you be on. They're like, we can't see your face as different characters on different shows. People will get confused. So yeah, actors are also not getting the amount of work they used to get. And plus, and you know what? This is I go over and over in my mind. I love the fact that people are making shows and making movies and expressing themselves and all that stuff. But man, there's too many. There's too many movies and too many shows. There's more shows and movies than there are viewers to watch those shows and movies. So, at some point you got to live your life. You can't be in front of the TV. But if you watched all the shows they want you to watch, you will always be in front of the TV. Mark Lawrence says, just shot you a PayPal. Hey, thanks a lot, my man. Very much appreciated, very much needed. Boy, am I behind on everything. Here comes all the late fees. Very much appreciated, Mark. And that's right. If you want to support Egotastic FunTime, as I'm trying to figure out how to rise from the ashes of robot treachery, and algorithm treachery. PayPal and Patreon are the best two ways to do it. Mark, I don't know if you heard it, but at the beginning of the stream, I said going forward next year when I get remonetized, because I'm going to get remonetized, damn it. I don't care what I have. I don't care if I have to erase every single video. And I got hundreds upon hundreds of videos on this channel. I don't think I'll have to do that. I'll have to erase some things, I suppose. I'm going to be getting rid of the YouTube membership program. I will not be taking part in YouTube memberships anymore. So all support will be PayPal and Patreon for the rest of my life, which is hopefully a long time. Nicola, what are you doing? You guys, come here, Nicola. Now she's all like, oh, you're paying attention to me? I'm going to be timid. Nicola's here, my cat. She is right there. You can't see her. Come here. Come here. She's thinking about it. All of a sudden this week, she decided she wants to hang out in my office here all the time. When I got home from trying to do rideshare, I had to, well, what are you doing? Did she go? She went across the camera and you still couldn't see her. There she is. Nicola. Oh, you're meowing? Oh no, and she's licking her lips. Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to let her out because if she meows and licks her lips, that means she's going to throw up a hairball. I'll be right back. You can probably still hear me. Come here. Oh, gross. Oh, gross. Oh. All right, Nick Lee. Oh, that is so gross. All right, get it. Go outside, please. All right, you're gonna do it. Do it on the rug. Sorry, guys. Oh. All right, leave this office, please. Leave. Dang it, Nicola. Oh. Well, she's not leaving. She's not leaving. I opened the door, tried to get her. She's like, nope, I don't want out anymore. She's not leaving. She's here. Oh, you guys, a big old hairball over there. Ugh, nasty. All right, I'm back, you guys. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're talking about Pedro Pascal. Don Ranger Power says, I love Pedro Pascal as Din Djarin in The Mandalorian. I love its first two seasons more than the third one. Likewise, those of the Orville. You know, when it comes to, I also really enjoyed The Mandalorian. Really enjoyed season one. I enjoyed season two, but not as much as season one. You can tell it was starting to become, oh, we're trying to make a franchise. We're trying to make a whole series of different things. And they did. I never watched season 3, but now that I have Disney Plus for $2 a month, thanks to the Hulu deal for the next year, I'm going to catch up on season 3. I might even watch Book of Boba Fett. I got to find time to watch these things. I don't have a lot of time. When I have time to watch something, I'm going to go watch something that the wife wants to watch. She's not really into the sci-fi. She likes the dramas. She's been watching Shameless, which is a good show. I don't care about it, but it's a good show. I've been catching a bunch of episodes of it if I want to spend time with her, and I do. Pretty good show. Yep, know the problem. Got 2 ragdoll cats. Yeah, my cat is not only a ragdoll, she is a hairball. Maybe you meant to type hairball. I don't know. You could sell the hairball now. Oh, on eBay. Boom, there we go. eBay and Etsy. I'll do half a hairball on eBay and half a hairball on Etsy. I do have to say thank you to Nicola for at least, hey. I could see her reflection on the back of my desk. She's trying to chew wires. Hey. Get out there. She's chewing on wires, you guys. There's so many damn wires. I'm gonna have to get rid of her. I'm gonna have to get rid of her. Hold on, I'll be right back again, but you can still hear me, I think. Hey, hey, lady. Hey, hey, hey. Stop that. You stop that. Hey. Okay, she's gone. I had to do something I never do. I had to kick her out of a room. Oh, I had to pick her up. The only way I can get her was to grab her by the back of her neck, which you can do with cats. They love it. I had to pick her up and throw her out of the room. I cannot have her chewing on wires. This whole setup only works because of wires. Oh, that cat. I still love her, though. Archmage Frey says, I gave up on Star Wars shows a while ago, but not because I hate them, just because they don't spark my imagination anymore. You know what? I totally get that. I gave up on Star Wars. I'm like, there's too much. There's just too much of it. Mandalorian is good. It's better than all the other Star Wars stuff that's been coming out. But man, there's just too much Star Wars stuff. Stop trying to make money off of me. I mean, every TV show is trying to make money off of you. I get it. But man, I'm tired of Marvel. They still come up with some things every once in a while that I'm like, oh, that was a lot of fun. The Suicide Squad movie from a year or two ago, a lot of fun. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, any Guardians of the Galaxy, a lot of fun. But then there's a whole bunch of stuff I'm like, oh, this is just typical franchise product. This movie is just basically a Pepsi can. It's just a 6-pack of Pepsi they're trying to sell you. Chris, what's up? I really thought they would have announced something by now with Orville after the strikes. This is the most nervous I've been about a season 4 in a while. Don't be nervous. Something's coming. It's going to be a long time. The announcement, I was hoping for something sooner, but then of course they made the Ted series announcement. They got to let that ruminate for a while. They have to let it marinate in the minds of Seth MacFarlane fans. I guess they got to put their promotions for different products, in a different order when the time is right. Yeah, she's trying to do some electrical work for me. I guess I am a cat wrangler. I'm usually not a cat wrangler because wrangling the cat is not usually something I have to do because she's a pretty cool cat. She wrangles herself. But all of a sudden, the weather is a little bit chillier than it used to be. So now she's been hanging out in the house. And all of a sudden this week, she's been wanting to hang out in the office. But I do have to thank her for spitting up a hairball on a small rug and not on the regular floor. I mean, I'd be fine with throwing away that whole rug. It's just a dumb rug, like a little floor mat type thing. I don't even think it's big enough to call a rug. Yeah, Matt Presley says, dude, I'm done with Marvel too. Every once in a while, Marvel will come out with something I'm interested in. But for the most part, I'm like, if I catch it, if it's on one of these streaming services and I'm super bored, maybe I'll watch it. But otherwise, I'm like, it's just too much. And the fact that it's all connected, which was a really cool idea at first, it's all connected. So you have to keep up with everything just to understand everything, or at least half of everything. Great idea, but too much of a good thing, you guys. Now I'm kind of wanting all the different superheroes to go back to not knowing each other. They all need to go back to just having their own standalone movies. And Samuel L. Jackson, I love you. I love you to death, but we don't need to see a cameo of you every single film. Cy Winship, what's up, Cy? Hey, JP, good to see you. I've just chucked you a PayPal. Hope all is well. Thank you so much, Cy. And anyone who's who's thrown a tip over to the PayPal. Very appreciated. Very much needed. I'm not able to work right now. I mean, I tried. I got up at 7 in the morning and headed out, and no jobs were coming in, which is very strange for a Tuesday. I mean, I like to work daytime hours, Monday through Friday. I mean, I've been having to do it Monday through Sunday. Just trying to catch up. Oh my goodness, you guys. And YouTube, they demonetized me the day before. They demonetized me on Halloween Day, the last day of October. In October, I actually made, I'll just tell you, because F YouTube, $2,000 in ad revenue, and it's all gone. I'm like, man, instead of wasting time on YouTube for the month of October, I could have just, you know, done more driving or something like that. Oh, YouTube. If you guys are thinking of starting a YouTube, don't do it for to keep the lights on. Just do it for fun. And you know, there's all the YouTube gurus. Don't listen to any of them. Certain things, yeah, but really all they ever say is make better videos and better thumbnails. That's about it. And then sometimes they say, oh, you know what? You don't have to make better thumbnails. You can do this. I'm like, every success story that they bring up in a YouTube guru video is just somebody who won the lottery. That's all. They basically won the lottery of YouTube. That just happens to work for some reason. Whatever someone else did to succeed, you could do that exact same thing and better, or worse. If it's me, it's worse, or better. It's not going to work for you. But you know, the only thing I can say for YouTube is have your audio kind of clear and do what you want. That's about it. The latest demonetization reason this time, even though not a single video, no video was flagged for anything. All my videos are up. They're available to be viewed. They are getting views. I'm getting new subscribers, all that stuff. But they said reused content, probably my shorts, which, you know, are big, huge scenes that I edit the hell out of. You know, I'll have like 2 seconds here, another second here, another second here, half a second, to make a comprehensible short 30-second video. They said, oh, too much reused content. They didn't like that, even though the rules said, hey, you just got to re-edit stuff and make it different, make it your own. I guess I didn't do that enough, but I don't even know that if that's the case because they didn't flag anything. No videos are flagged. Everything is fine. But they're like, oh yeah, reuse content, demonetized. So when I do get remonetized, I got to figure out a whole new thing. I think I'm always going to do a FU YouTube. I'm going to do what I want. Oh no, you should make videos this long. No, I'm going to make them way shorter or way longer. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Oh, you shouldn't do this. I'm just going to have to do hardcore, completely original. Whatever's on the screen's got to be completely original some way, somehow. Because you could follow their rules to the T, but they'll just change the rules on you whenever they decide to. They're like, oh, this person's making money. We don't want to give them money. Let's change the rules. Okay. Do the rules apply to everybody? No, just this guy. Just this one channel. Eric Pullman says, I tried to watch The Force Awakens the other day. Couldn't make it through. Very juvenile. Well, that's Star Wars for you. But Star Wars is just a children's serial they turned into a movie. For me, it's just too much Star Wars. Just too much. Don says, Awakens is my #2 Disney Star Wars movie. I tended to think of it as the Superman Returns of Star Wars. Superman Returns. Is that was that Brandon Routh? Routh? I can't remember. I like that guy. Ah, I just realized without memberships, I will never again see the logo next to my name. Yeah, not having memberships. Now, of course, I can't remember how all the ins and outs of Twitch. I'm just barely getting back into Twitch, you guys. And we're going to be doing Twitch because I'm like, well, you know what? Twitch is great for watch parties. So we'll be doing a lot of watch parties. In case you missed it at the beginning of the stream, I said the next watch party on Twitch is going to be the newer RoboCop movie. They have that available broadly. I'm trying to do all broadly available Amazon films so that when I do a watch party, it's available in all countries and as opposed to just, just the United States. But we're going to be watching RoboCop. I don't have an exact time or day. I mean, it could be today. It could be after the stream. We'll have to see. But yeah, I don't have the exact demonetization reason except for reuse content. John Smith says, so apparently the next Karate Kid movie will star both Jackie Chan and Machio. For some reason, I saw an L in there. I thought it said Machilo. I'm like, that's not right. No, but it's right, Machio. And there's a global casting search for a new kid. What? Me? I volunteer as tribute to be the new Karate Kid, but I'm a man, so I can be Karate Man, the Karate Man. No, time off. I posted 3 videos a day nonstop for the last 3 months. I've gotten, gosh, I think last month I got 15 million views on this channel. It was shorts. I've been doing shorts. Did like 15 million views, 100,000 hours of watch time, all that stuff. Then they owed me money and they're like, no, we're not going to pay the money. Yeah, do it for fun. If monetization comes along, great. But if not, don't worry about it. Just do it for fun. Just do it to interact with the community you want to interact with. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't take any time off. Actually, I've been working YouTube crazy for nonstop for months and months and months, every single day. I just don't. There's a option when you're putting up a video. You can put show to subscribers or announce to subscribers. I've been unchecking that, so I've been putting out like 3, sometimes 5 videos a day, but not checking that. So just to see what the algorithm does, and the algorithm's throwing it out there like crazy, showing it stuff to everybody. Millions upon millions of views. Archmage Frey says, I like YouTube for extra cash, but it doesn't seem to be useful for sustaining full-time living. Correct, because it's unpredictable. It's unpredictable. You can do something, it goes well, and then you keep doing that thing, and it does not go well. It's all algorithms. It's all computers throwing your stuff out there for people to see or for people not to see. So I'll put stuff out there like a short, and boom, it's just like within the first hour, it's gotten 10,000 views. But then you could throw something else out there that's similar to what you did with the 10,000 views, and the first hour shows up 1 view. It's all up to the robots. So you can't count on anything. You can't count on, you can't predict. Even the big guys end up doing things elsewhere because they must realize this. Yeah, when things are going good, they're going good. But when they demonetize you, boom, you're done. You're fired. I'm fired, basically. So now I'm just out there on the streets doing the gig economy, you guys. Yeah, a lot right now. Right now, YouTube's on a big ol' war path, and they're just telling people, oh, reuse content. And it's like, but you guys said that was okay as long as you change it up. And I changed the hell out of my stuff and try to make it feel or look like it's not all edited, but it's incredibly edited. But yeah, Dean's saying he sees a lot of other channels getting demonetized. Sci-Fi Mombi, it's a flood of Star Wars where we had drought for years. There needs to be a happy medium. Yeah, because there was nothing Star Wars for forever. And then the prequels came out, which were really great until you thought about it. You're like, oh, I'm loving watching this movie in the theater. And then you go home, you're like, you know what? This is weird. This is weird. This is weird. And then, but right before the prequels came out, they did the re-release of the original trilogy in the theaters. But then and then years and years later, they came out with the new films, the new trilogy, which at that point, it was exciting, all that stuff. I thought it looked a lot, all look a lot better than the prequels. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if this is for me anymore. Glad for anybody who loves them. That's fine. You should like what you like, no matter what other people think. But I was like, it's okay. I watched them and I'm like, that was okay. And then, but I never felt like watching them again. And now they're doing that with Star Trek. They get some really great new Star Trek. Strange New Worlds is great. Season 3 of Picard was great. But now there's so much Star Wars. I'm like, I kind of miss just going back and watching reruns of the legacy Star Trek series. I love Lower Decks, but also everything. There's so many different things. You know, you got Star Wars, you got Star Trek, you got Marvel. I guess Apple TV has a ton of stuff people are liking. Even the Orville. There's so much stuff, and they're all behind different paywalls. It's like, well, I want to watch all this stuff, but you got to have all the different. You got to be a member of the club, of every single club, to get all the club amenities. What's up, Brian Dawkins? How you doing? Now, Brian, did you just get here? Because you missed a whole lot of Nicola stuff. Nicola was on camera, coughing up a hairball over there. I can show you the hairball. It looks like a giant poop, but it's a hairball. I had to kick her out because she was chewing on wires behind the screen here. It might just be we as an audience are becoming numb. Because, like, you know, even with superhero stuff, it was few and far between. We'd get a superhero movie maybe once, maybe twice a year for the longest time. And most of them were bad, but every once in a while, a really good one come out. So you had that, not just a steady influx of people shoving superheroes up your butt. And now all of a sudden, everything's superhero this, superhero that. Now let's make everything multi-universe. Let's connect it all together. Maybe it's just too much of a good thing. I love ice cream, but if I had to eat 3 gallons of ice cream, I'd pretty much hate ice cream. And ice cream's good. It's not good for you, but it's good for your taste buds. Oh, me, I'm not in Tucson. I'm in, I stayed a week in Tucson many years ago with my ex-girlfriend. No, I've been in Oklahoma, Tulsa, for 13 and a half years. But if you're talking about Tulsa, yes, I'm still here. Actually, I got my mom moved out here in the spring. She's going to be getting her first winter coming up here because she's a California girl. I got my sister out here just a couple months ago. I have family out here now, you guys. You all know that I've been here for a while and been on these streams. I've been alone for the longest time. And now I have a wife, I have a stepson. My mom lives here. My sister lives here. My brother moved out here for a whole month before he decided to go back. But he's planning on coming back again. I got family. I got my own family, my other family. I got it all. I got my Orville family. Yeah, the Han shot first. BS. John says, yes, remember that? Fun conversation, but a lot of people were starting to take it way too seriously. I go, you can be like me. It doesn't matter who shot first if you just don't watch it. And that's what I do. I just don't watch it. But yeah, it was a fun conversation. That was a fun back and forth when that first happened. I'm like, how about we just not change anything? How about you just keep the originals the way they were, make them, I don't know, clearer, better frame rate. I don't know, but just keep the story the story. That's what people liked. There's no reason to change it. Just make a new movie. Oh, wait, don't, because they did that too. Chris says, JP, can you reach out to Seth to ask him to promote the TED series on your channel and then ask him about the Orville? I could do that. I might do that. I am planning, even though I'm demonetized, on covering the TED series no matter what. I was just thinking about the other day. I'm like, you know what? I should reach out to Scott Grimes because he's in the series. He plays the dad. He said to have him back anytime. Seth said he'd be back on my show. This is the perfect time to do it, right? So I will ask, if anything, I'll ask if I can at least be part of the, what's the word? The media, because they'll have a media day where they let all the media people on Zoom calls in to interview everybody on the show. I bet you I could be put on that list. That was a fun time. I'm just trying to figure out what to do now that YouTube has fired me. And I hardly have any time to try to figure it out because I have to always chasing money to pay the bills. Got to chase it. And you have a whole week of chasing it and you still don't have enough money for the bills, even though you worked all damn day. Don says, now that Netflix has picked up Prodigy, yes, Netflix has picked up Prodigy, you guys, for a season 2. I hope it would pick up the iCarly revival for season 4 as well. Save iCarly. Yeah, I don't know what the state of iCarly is, but apparently it needs to be saved, and it can be saved by Netflix. I looked at Netflix yesterday. I look at the upcoming, what's coming to Netflix. They have a list. If you go to new, they have on the side of the screen, you got movies, TV, new and upcoming. You go on the new and upcoming, you see what's coming to Netflix, in a couple days or next week or next month. There is so much stuff coming to Netflix that I've already watched on other streaming services that I'm like, okay, this is the new thing where now streaming services are just tossing their content around. They're just spreading it around so they can make more money. Hey, Netflix, buy a license of this movie we've already shown everybody on our service. So now people can subscribe to your service for a little bit now that we're done with this. Like the Mario movie, Super Mario movie is on Peacock, but I think in a couple days it'll be on Netflix, as well as like 5 or 6 other things. I'm like, I've seen all these things on other streaming services. So that's the next thing that's going on, you guys. No, the Orville's not canceled. That report, that rumor of a report has been coming out every week since before season 3 even started. So don't believe anything here. If I tell you it's canceled, then it's canceled. But even if I found out it was canceled, I still wouldn't believe it because, time goes on. They're like, hey, let's make a thing. Let's bring this back. But yeah, right now, Jack, don't believe any reports. Unless you hear it from someone from the Orville, like Seth or Tom Constantina or myself, it's not happened. Oh, you meant to say Tulsa. Gotcha. Tulsa and Tucson. I get it. I've been to both. You're hyped about season 3 of Strange New Worlds. I'm a fan of Strange New Worlds. I really enjoy it. But it's not something, but that's just me. I'm older now. I don't look forward to content that much anymore, unless it's something like the Orville. And nothing is the Orville except for the Orville. But I get it. I enjoy Strange New Worlds. I like the cast. I like the characters. I like the adventures. I like that they keep it episodic for the most part. You never know what situation you're going to be in the next episode. There's no red angels. I love it. John Smith says, I haven't read the book. I retained just enough of an interest in Dune Part 1 to give Part 2 a shot. I hope it's good so we can get another big sci-fi series in the mix. Yeah, Dune. I've never been a huge Dune fan. I've always respected Dune. I never saw the new Dune movie, but it looked good, and I hear it's good. So I do need to check it out. I think it just came out, like we were talking about, there's just so many things that it's hard to keep an interest in anything because we're kind of being rubbed raw when it comes to content. I got Joy Dawn says, you're doing Uber. Have you tried Uber Eats too? Yes, Uber Eats I've done for years and years and years. And heck, I remember doing Uber Eats the day everything changed because of COVID-19. Where all of a sudden restaurants were closed. All of a sudden, what's going on? I've done hundreds of Uber Eats deliveries, but I can tell you now, at least in my area and most areas from videos that I watch, but not every area, I'm sure, Uber Eats is a waste of time out here. That Uber Eats being a waste of time was the reason I decided, hey, I got to try this rideshare thing. I don't want to do rideshare. I don't want to share my space with strangers. We got to do it because you got to try to make money. You can make a lot more money doing rideshare, at least in my area, than food delivery. So I do recommend doing rideshare if you have a car that they allow, because you have to have a specific car. But back in the day, Uber Eats was really good, really good. But you'll sit around for 2 hours waiting for a $5 order to come in my area. When it comes to all this gig economy stuff, you have to judge for yourself. You have to try it out and judge your own area to see if it's worth it. So I can't really say it's not worth it. I could just say it's not worth it in my area. But I enjoyed doing it back when it was worth it in my area. But now I've been doing rideshare, and I'm lucky. I live in Tulsa. Everyone's super nice. Even the crazy people are nice out here. So even when you pick up someone, you can tell, they're a crazy person. They're still very nice because I guess they don't want to get kicked off of being able to get rides too, right? So most people will be nice. And I don't work at night. I have night blindness. I'm not very good at driving at night, but I'm excellent at driving in the day. And I highly recommend Uber or Lyft as a side gig. It is unreliable as to what you're going to make because, you might have a slow day. Like today, for the first time on a weekday, I went out there early in the morning. Nothing was coming in. And I'm like, oh, it must be the holiday. People are taking the week off. Not because I'm basically just driving people to work every day and picking them up later in the day. But I guess people aren't getting rides today, which sucks for me because I really needed to work. But nothing was coming in. Arkmage says, that seems to be the big thing with recent movies on Peacock and Paramount. They have exclusive first watch windows for a few months on their platform before they ship them off to the big boys. Yes, so that's a problem too. It almost makes you want to say, you know what, all of our TV shows and all of our movies are just products that people are trying to sell us. Let's just say no more TV shows. But then what are we going to do? Read a book? Watch old reruns of Knight Rider on on one of the free services? Guess we could, but we want some of that new stuff, right? I watched a great new movie on Peacock. Peacock's my favorite. I watched the new movie from Please Don't Destroy, the three guys on Saturday Night Live that make, little videos every week. The movie is called Please Don't Destroy The Treasure of Foggy Mountain. Oh man, if you like goofball movies that are hilarious, I highly recommend this movie, you guys. Check it out if you want to watch something fun, funny. Conan O'Brien has a huge role in it. John Goodman has a role in it. I won't spoil it for you. Such a funny movie. The three guys, I would say it's a road movie, but it's not. It's more like a hiking movie. It's a foot movie. Looking for this treasure. Really hilarious. Check it out. Don says, although I honestly prefer Resurrected Starship's version of Connie class Enterprise over the ones in both Strange New Worlds and Disco Fever Constitution class Enterprise. Jack Kark says, relief. I haven't accepted anything that doesn't come from Seth/Tom or JP. Good man, Jack. Good man indeed. Uber Eats is doing a big push in DFW. Some areas, because I watch like Uber videos. People, the Uber gurus. Also, some of it's a lot of BS. But it seems like some people are doing really well still to this day with Uber Eats. But it's all about their areas, things like that. Me, I'll just sit around for 2 hours in a parking lot waiting for something to come in. I'm like, this is a waste of time. I could have been streaming. Sci-Fi Mommy's got the Instacart going. Yeah, Instacart I never tried. I got I haven't done any of it in a while, but DoorDash, Grubhub, and of course Uber Eats. I don't think I've tried anything else. I think I've tried to sign up for other things, but also food delivery is so oversaturated because everybody wants to make a little extra money, and Uber Eats is actually, food delivery is very easy. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to you don't have to do small talk. You just hanging out in your car. You go pick up some French fries and you drop them off at someone's front door. It's not a bad gig, and you make a few bucks, but you used to make much better money. People used to tip. The individual delivery drive money was better. I mean, and even with Uber and Lyft, when it comes to rideshare, they're not there for you. They're there to make themselves money. They're there to make the app money. But if you play it right, you can make some money too. And playing it right, you gotta don't drive around all day wasting gas. Sit somewhere, cherry pick jobs, find out what, and no one can tell you what this amount of money is. Find out, figure out in your area what it's worth to pick somebody up. Is it $10, $15, $6, $5? Depending on the gas in your area, depending on the length of the ride, this and that. You got to figure out for yourself what amount of money works in your area. So it's kind of hard to watch, and you can't really get into the whole rideshare videos on YouTube, because all videos about anything on YouTube are basically there to complain about something. So if you watch Uber videos, they're mostly going to be complaining about stuff, and it's going to make you not want to do it at all. You got to ignore all that stuff, do it for yourself, and figure it out for yourself, because no one else can figure it out for you in your area. Some areas you can make a lot of money, other areas not so much. I think I'm more of an in between area where I live. But really, you can do nonstop rides out here. I mean, just one after the other after the other. except for today, apparently. But yeah, I watched one rideshare video, and the kid was saying, "Oh yeah, here's some tips. Clean your car out between every ride. Offer, uh, mints or gum or waters. This, and that." I'm like, those days are over. Don't do any of that stuff. First off, you want to do ride after ride after ride. You don't got time to clean out your car between every single ride. What I do is I got like a little air freshener between rides. I'll just do a little spray because some people stink. Let's just be honest. They don't know they stink. They just smell. So you still, that's it. I don't offer any amenities because people don't care. People just want you to take them where they want to go. If they want to talk, you got to be good at talking. If they don't want to talk, you got to be good at not talking. That's it. Get them to where they want to go. They might give you a tip. They'll be happy with you. That's all you got to do is be nice and be efficient with the direction. Don't do any of the extra stuff because that's just costing you money and nobody wants it. They'll take it, but if you didn't have it, they don't care. You are an independent contractor. Don't take the jobs you don't want to take. Cancel the ones that you're trying to get there and it's just everything's going wrong. Say, oh, the pathway is lame, or I accepted this job by accident, something like that. You are an independent contractor. Nobody owes you. Do what you want and don't do what you don't want. Speaking of Pluto TV, it has the pre-2011 season of the Power Rangers. See, people will watch that. Go Power Rangers on Pluto. Watch you Power Rangers on Pluto. They got Power Rangers. Oh, nice. On Tubi, another great free service with some good stuff. Sci-Fi Mommy's watching Red Dwarf for the first time. Oh, the first time you watching Red Dwarf. Oh, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Just watch Red Dwarf, get you some Vindaloo to eat, call people smegheads. Have a great smegging time. I still love the episode. Well, I think it might have been the first season. It's such a great episode of Red Dwarf. The one where everything's backwards and everything's in reverse. They go to London, Nodnall, and everything's they eat in reverse. They do everything in reverse. It's great. It's silly as hell, but even then I was like, this is different. This is a whole different idea, and it's playing out live action. It doesn't have the best effects and all that stuff, but it's got a great idea and they're playing around with it. Yep, talk about screwball sci-fi. Yeah, I'll have to go back and do car streams. I want to do some videos that are just short, not shorts, but shorter videos. Just like Peter Macon, who plays Bortus, is in the new Planet of the Apes movie. I did a little stream video just for Patreon where I'm just talking about it off the top of my head, and I watched the trailer. But I want to do an actual video where I pack as much information into like 2 minutes and just put out some short videos. Because there's so much content, and the YouTube gurus are saying, oh, you gotta make videos 8 minutes long or at least 10 minutes long, do this and that. I'm like, you know what? People don't got time for that. There's so much content. People don't have time for all this content. Make a 2-minute video. Let's do that. And just make it informative, fun and informative. Don't try to drag it out. I think all the how to do YouTube suggestions and rules and blah, 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 blah became so much for me that I had a hard time making any videos because I'm like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. You don't have to do any of that. Just make a video. Make it the way that you want to make it. Make it as long or as short as you want. Just put it up and share it. What's up, Nikolai? How you doing? Hi, everyone. Are we renewed yet? Not yet. And Egotastic FunTime's canceled, basically. They demonetized my channel for the rest of the year. Uh, we're not renewed yet, but I'm sure we're getting some more Orville. It's just going to be a long while. I don't know. The announcement shouldn't be too long, but the actual product, the show, I think will be a while. I hear great things about For All Mankind, which is on Apple TV. Kit Stolen from the Orville, I believe, works on that show. Kit Stolen from the Orville. He's one of the art creators, one of the on the Orville. He's designed a lot of great things that we like to look at on the show. He worked on season 3 of Picard, and I believe he works on For All Mankind. For All Mankind is something I want to watch. That's my type of show, but I have to get Apple TV, which I do not have. Now they allow you to sit outside the stores to shop. Instacart is better. If you would like a referral, I'll send you one. No, I'm good. I decided I'm done with item and food orders and package deliveries, that I'm all about doing the ride shares. I have seen such a difference with doing ride shares compared to the other stuff that I'm like, oh, there's no point. Just do the ride shares, because you can cherry pick. You're like, you know what? I can wait for $12 job to come in, and it'll come in. I mean, that's at least my area. But I very much appreciate it. Just the thing is, because you have to treat it like your own business. If you're doing a ride share, you got to say, okay, this is a business. I'm going to keep myself presentable to the customers, aka the rider. Keep my car clean, have it smelling good. Got to pay for gas, all that stuff. You know, just treat it like a business. And you got to say, hey, I'm going to cherry pick, just pick up the rides that I want to pick up that are worth it to me, because they're not going to cancel your account or anything like that if you don't accept every single order. I have an acceptance rate of like 10%, and there are no penalties except for you make the money you agreed to make. But yesterday, I experimented with the ride shares. I said, you know what? Let me take shorter jobs, which of course are less money per job, but you're able to pack in more rides per hour. So let me see if that's worth it. It was totally worth it. I was, picking up 4 rides instead of 2. It evens out. So you can experiment with that. If anybody ever needs any advice, I'll do my best. If you want to get into the ride share game, I recommend it. I wouldn't say I recommend it for full time, though you could. It all depends on your area. But if you want to make extra cash, rideshare is pretty good. You're just not going to make a ton of money. You'll just make enough money, maybe. But you got to drive around in a car all day, and that does not only wear and tear on your vehicle, wear and tear on your brain. Yeah, this channel is demonetized, so beware. Don't tell anybody you're watching this channel, Nikolai. You might get in trouble. The YouTube police are gonna come over and get you. Kroom says, "Yep, backwards. Season 3, episode 1. Very funny." Yeah, when it comes to the first, probably the first 8 seasons of Red Dwarf, I always forget. I have no idea which episode is in which season, because they got short seasons. What they do, like 6 episodes per season. They got a million seasons. They were a long time ago at this point. Well, they do have newer seasons too. But those first 8 seasons, I can't keep them straight. Which was what? Brian Dawkins says, For All Mankind Series 4 is still the current hot ticket. You know what? When I go on social media, I mostly just go on Twitter, X. I see so much stuff about For All Mankind, people promoting it, talking about it, loving it. What's up, Curtis Tate? How are you doing? Welcome to the demonetized Egotastic FunTime live stream. Archmage says, nah, the YouTube police love us watching you demonetize because they keep all the money instead of sharing with you. That's true. They haven't blocked any of my videos. They're getting views. They're getting new subscribers. If you see any of my videos and there's advertising, let me know, because that means YouTube is using my content to make themselves money, which I totally believe they would do. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, I guess. It's their game. I'm just a player. I'm shirts, they're skins. Brian Dawkins says, I hope you have a good Thanksgiving, and I'm glad I could send you a few PayPal bucks. Thank you so much, Brian Dawkins. Thank you so incredibly much. And yes, I plan on having a great Thanksgiving. Lots of countries celebrate some form of Thanksgiving. Sometimes around the same time, sometimes different times, different meanings. The American one is, hey, we stole this country from the Native Americans. Let's celebrate with turkey. That's what I celebrate. No, I plan on, wait, hold on, let me get something to drink. I'm not used to talking this much. Like I was saying earlier, I got my family out here now. So I get to celebrate Thanksgiving with my mom and my sister for the first time in 13 or 14 years. I'm very excited, but also we're going to go to Jessica's families for Thanksgiving as well. Going to the 2 Thanksgiving dinners celebration day this Thursday here in the United States. I haven't had 2 Thanksgiving dinners since, oh gosh, a long time. But you know, we got Jessica's family and my family, and there's just not in my family. They're invited, but we got some medical issues, so traveling's not that easy for everybody. So we're gonna go to Jessica's family, hang out, have dinner, and then we'll go to my mom's, have some dinner, my sister and my mom. It's gonna be great. So yeah, all donations. I might be able to spring for. Maybe I can bring some stuffing or something. Archmage Frey says, I've been getting all your old member exclusive interviews recommended to me since you got demonetized. Are those even playable now that I have no members? Stupid YouTube, stupid robots. So if you click on that, will nothing happen, or does it play? Since there's no such thing as membership on this channel anymore, maybe they just let it play. Yeah, having Thanksgiving with the family, it's going to be good. We the other day, Saturday, and this is the first time I took part because I haven't been around that long. Jessica's family had family photos done. We went to a park. We all dressed in our fall clothing, and we had family pictures done. This is the first time I'm part of it. We haven't seen the photos yet, but I can't wait to see. But yeah, I was part of a family photo shoot on Saturday because I'm part of the family. So that's going to be fun. And that made me realize, you know what? I haven't had family photos with my family, my mom and my sister, since I was like 4 years old. I'm like, we got to do some family photos. We're all old now. And we should get it done. And I remember that day when we had family photos when I was 4 years old, because they had a photographer come to our house and he had backdrops and stuff. And I remember he had one of those things where you can pull on it on the sheet. And, you know, there's another background like they used to have with maps in old elementary schools. And I remember that day, and I got the pictures. I was wearing my yellow lacrosse shirt, or Lacoste. And I should try to find another one of those shirts and get some new photos done with my mom and sister. And maybe my brother will be back out by then. They let it play, but I was a member. I might have to change all the membership videos. I might just have to change them to public. Might as well, right? Brian's also been seeing the membership only. YouTube. But for those who are here who did not hear, who are here but did not hear, I'm gonna be doing a lot of, I'm going back to Twitch. I'll be still doing stuff here, but I gotta get on the Twitch wagon because Twitch I'm monetized. Monetized isn't as good over on Twitch, but we're gonna be doing watch parties. I want to watch the first watch party. I want to do the new RoboCop movie from a few years ago. That's available. It's broadly available. So watch that, and I'll just find more broadly available movies that we can watch together. I got to come up with I don't know if I'll ever come up with a schedule because I got to work all daytime hours. I have to work. So it's coming up with a schedule is very hard. In nighttime hours, I got family stuff. It's tough, you guys. It's tough being a person in 2023. Hurry up, 2024. I'm waiting for you. All right, Joy Don, happy Thanksgiving. I hope the rest of your day is cool beans. Not enough people say cool beans anymore. I want to bring it back. Archmage Ray says, I just tried playing it in an incognito tab. We know what incognito is for. What? And it blocked me as member only content. So I guess it still recognizes members even without monetization. Because at some point I'm going to go in there and I'm going to cancel memberships. Just because I don't want any money going to YouTube that they don't deserve. And they take 30% of membership money. I'll just make them public for everyone. Public membership videos for one and all. The whole world is a member. But yeah, I got to figure out the future of Egotastic FunTime. I know I've said this occasionally over the years. I really got to figure it out. I might start putting up rants, 2-minute rant videos, because the internet, people love complaining about stuff, and they love watching videos about people complaining about stuff. There's a lot of things though I don't want to complain about. Like I don't want to complain about TV shows and movies. Because whether I like them or not, just because I know how much work goes into making even horrible movies and horrible TV shows. And it's just regular people trying to work. But there's a lot of society stuff. And I don't want to complain. I don't want to get into the politics game. But I can make videos complaining about how stuff costs too damn much. Things like that. How kids don't know nothing no more, even though there's an argument from both sides on that both sides of that topic that is valid. And I got to make them fun. I'm not going to be super serious. So every once in a while, I'll put out some rant videos, put out some informative, fun. Peter Macon is in the new Planet of the Apes movie type videos. Yes, Curtis Tate, your membership was suspended according to a notification. Yes, your membership is suspended because you did something wrong, Curtis Tate. No, I did something wrong and I am demonetized. But I'm thinking once I get remonetized at the beginning of next year, around February, so I'm going to go forward without memberships. I just don't like YouTube taking people's money. So I'm probably moving forward without memberships. Yeah, Chris says, that's crazy that a giant organization like YouTube doesn't have a customer service department you can talk to. No, if you are monetized, you can put in a request to talk to somebody, but when you are demonetized, yeah, you can't talk to nobody. There's nobody, there's no email address, no nothing. Yeah, they're busy fighting ad blockers. Oh, that's another movie coming to Netflix really soon. Blockers, which I think used to be on Hulu or Peacock at some point. Blockers meaning cock blockers. It's a comedy where a bunch of parents are trying to prevent their kids from going to like a crazy sex party after the prom. I saw it years ago when it came out. It was a funny movie. Anyway, that's going from one streaming service to another streaming service very shortly, because they're just throwing everything around. They're taking whatever made them money and say, hey, let's sell this, sell the rights, make a little extra money off of it, and let Netflix play it for a little while. And then it'll be back somewhere else after the license expires. They're just playing with us, you guys. Jack says, can't complain about, in quotes, can't complain about the service here. There isn't any, but that deserves a maybe. We'll see. Oh, I don't have audio. You guys can hear it. I can't hear it. There we go.
We must return to the dance. The night is ours.
Yeah. Can't complain about the service here. There isn't any. Let's see. I got a bunch of notifications going on. Dearest JP, your OnlyFans page has been demonetized. It's just not big enough. Oh, man. Now OnlyFans demonetized me. No, we got some donations. We got some PayPal donations from Matt, from Cy, from Mark. And there's probably more, but I don't have notifications about it. I got my Hulu notification. For those of you who missed the beginning of the stream, Hulu has an incredible deal right now. You can get Hulu if you sign up for Hulu. I canceled my Hulu account just so I could re-sign up with this deal. 99 cents a month for Hulu with ads. 99 cents a month for 12 months. You can add on Disney Plus for an extra $2 a month for 12 months. And you can add on Stars for 99 cents for 6 months. So I signed up for Hulu, Disney Plus, and Stars. And it's only going to cost me $3.98 a month. So if you haven't done that yet, go cancel your shiz and get the new shiz, you guys. Hulu says, hello, JP. Welcome to Hulu. I already know what Hulu is. Start watching current and past seasons of great TV today. I will. Now I got to go over to all my Fire TV stuff and put in the new passwords and all that jazz. Yeah, it's Darth Thor. That's a great deal. 99 cents a month for 1 year of Hulu. Amazing deal. Incredibly amazing deal. There is so much stuff on Hulu. Their ads aren't huge distractions. They're not bad. Same with Peacock. Peacock's good, but we're not talking about Peacock right now. But also add on the Disney Plus. I don't care about Disney Plus, but every once in a while, something will come on Disney Plus. I'm like, oh, I'd like to watch that. So I'm glad to have that for just $2. And then Stars, same thing. But every once in a while, Stars has something I want to watch. Like I signed up for a free trial of Stars a week or two ago, just so I could watch the new, even though I saw it in the theater, but the newer Ghostbuster movie, which was a great movie. Chris Andrews says, JP, while you're demonetized, now is the time to do all the naughty things YouTube won't let you do normally. Ha, 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 ha. Hashtag let your freak flag fly. Oh, exactly right. There's things I can do. I'll do the naughty stuff during live shows. I don't want to put out videos because at some point, once I get remonetized, then they'll flag those videos. But for the live streams, there are no rules. Jack says, we'll re-up for Hulu when the Orville is confirmed. Re-up now, just get that 99-cent deal. And then, unless you just don't want it at all, that's fine too. But yes, if they re-up the if they renew the Orville, I say F the deals and sign up for full price. But also, it's got the Orville on there right now. When the Orville season 3 first aired on Hulu, I recorded every episode just so I can go back and get clips and stuff like that. But you could do that too. Go on there, record every episode on your computer. Not with not with Chrome. I had to use Firefox because Chrome blocks that stuff. And you can record every episode, and then boom, you can just own it, have it, burn it onto a disc if you have a computer with a disk drive. I don't have a computer with a disk drive. It took me forever to realize that because I never used a disk drive for anything. I had my computer for probably 3 months. I was like, hey, there's no disk drive on this. I got an old drumming program that I wanted to put on my computer that I have in a box somewhere. And I was like, oh gosh, I can't even put this on my computer to use it with, the heck is the program I use? I use for recording like audio and stuff or music, really. I use Reaper. Now I accidentally opened Reaper, you guys. Now I got to figure out how to, let me turn this off. Hold on, I got to wait for the timer just so I can, okay, boom. Now Reaper is gone. But I have a drumming program where I have all these drum tracks, like real drums, and you can just put them in, you can rearrange them in any order you want to make a fresh, original drum track that sounds real, and have it on a disc. I can't put it on my computer. I have to figure out what to do. Chris Andrews says, just donated on PayPal. Appreciate you, JP. Thank you so much, Chris. Totally helping out. Very much appreciated. John Smith says, was going to post a funny meme from a particular video, but can't find a clip of the meme itself. Just the full video. And now you got to waste time with that full video. And you just wanted a piece. Corner piece? I prefer corner pieces of videos. Oh, I think Jessica's on. I think she got off work early today. For holiday reasons. The only thing I got to do this week for holiday reasons is eat a piece of turkey. For holiday reasons. But thank you so much, Chris. And thank you to all who donated or became a Patreon of Egotastic FunTime. I just got to figure out what to do. I can't do as much Orville stuff. We're always going to be an Orville. This is an Orville channel. But also it's a Fuzzy Door channel. We're going to be going deep into the Ted series once we get closer to that. That doesn't come out until the beginning of the new year. So we'll do lots of live streams. And thank you to anyone who is following on Twitch, because we're going to be doing Twitch watch parties and just chattings. I really thought about it hard, and I was like, should I do some gaming on there too? Because I play PlayStation. I love it. I'm a gamer, you guys. Don't judge me. But I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do any gaming on Twitch. That's so oversaturated over there, and it's a whole to-do. Your computer has to be able to handle it, and my computer can barely handle a stream. Barely. And then to stream 2 sources. Oh my goodness, you guys. And Brian says, I'm glad we could talk to you on X. Yes, I'm not a huge fan of social media, and that's mostly because they're all just, money grabbing things that are there. If you want to share your thoughts, you got to pay money if you want people to see it. But I still like going on to Twitter or X. I like, because I got it so set up where it only really shows me stuff I want to see, Orville stuff, stuff from you guys, and but yeah. So if you want to do any social media stuff, I'm over on X. Egotastic FunTime is the place to be. And yes, I see Brian Dawkins over on X. Archmage Frey, covered the Ted movies first. People could use a refresher. Yes, I agree. That's actually already in the plans. Already in the plans. I would have gotten there first until the treachery with YouTube. And I'm like, oh God, I got to work all day, every day now, 7 days a week, doing rideshare. When am I going to find time? But yeah, my plan is to do Ted 1 and Ted 2. I have to rewatch them. Ted 1, it's been a million years, except for I've seen a million clips recently this year. I think Ted 1 is in one streaming service and Ted 2 is on another streaming service. But I got to rewatch those and figure out how to put, because I want to do short videos. I don't want to try to do 8-10 minute long videos because I want to put editing in there. And it takes so long to do all the editing if there's a long video. And they say, oh, you got to do long videos. I'm like, they don't need to be that long. Oh, but you can put extra ads. I'm like, how about no ads? How about that? An ad comes up, I want to click off of a video. But yes, catching up on the Ted movies. I wonder if any of the Ted movies are on Amazon. Or if they are, we can do a Ted watch party over on Twitch. Because watch parties on Twitch, it's got to be Amazon. It's got to be an Amazon video. Because Amazon Prime is integrated into Twitch because they're the owners of Twitch. So anything that's on Amazon, you can do a watch party of on Twitch. It's pretty great. And the videos aren't covered up. You can't hear them, none of that stuff. No, it's full on watching the exact thing you're supposed to be watching. And you can hang out with people while you do it. But yes, we're going to cover the Ted movies, give people a refresher. I'm going to pull together some information about the new series. And then when the episodes are available, we're going to be talking about them. You know how we do. Oh, the Ted movies are great. I didn't, the second Ted 2 movie I didn't finish. I was going through a thing when I started watching it. I enjoyed it, but then I was like, I'm depressed, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go to bed, blah, 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 blah. So I need to rewatch that. They are raunchy boy humor comedies. I will tell you that. They're not family friendly. They got bad words and naughty situations, but they're a lot of fun. And it's a great idea. It's something that's like, it's about a boy at first. It's about a boy who made a wish that his teddy bear was real. And his teddy bear became alive. But then, 20, 30 years later, they're adults and they're still best friends. But they grew up in Boston. So they got that Boston edge to them. The new TV series, I believe, is just about 1993 Ted. So when the boy is like a teenager, and Ted is Ted. So we're going back in time. Now in the new trailer, it goes back and forth between today's Ted, modern day Ted, and the 1993 Ted. But that might have just been to make a fun trailer with it. No clue if that's how the actual show is, if it goes back and forth. It's not Better Call Saul, where you see Saul working at the cinnamon bun place. And then it goes back to a couple years earlier. All right, Chris. Yeah, if you guys want to follow on Twitch or become a member on Twitch, link is in the comments. I don't have a schedule set up. I've never had a schedule. I would love to have a schedule, but it's really hard to have a schedule when you got a life. Silly society dragging you in all directions. That's another thing I want to complain about. Make videos complaining about society. Not in a racist way like other people on the internet, but I'm old now, and this is what I see when I look at society. And it's so funny now that I'm older, that type of point of view where old people complain about stuff, modern day stuff, that appeals to me. Didn't used to appeal to me. It appeals to me now. Isn't that funny? Oh, Ted 1 and Ted 2 are on Prime in Germany. That's the tough part when it comes to the watch parties is if you pick something that's not listed as broadly available, it's probably only available in your country. So we'll have to see. I didn't look for Ted yet. That's what I'm going to do because that'd be a great thing to do watch parties for, right? So I think what I'll do with the watch parties is I'll announce them, the time, the day. I'll announce them here. I'll announce them on X, Twitter. And as soon as the stream starts, the video will be playing as well. So anyone who wants to watch it, who really cares about watching whatever we're watching from the very beginning, will just have to show up at the right time. We'll figure it out. We'll get it. You know what, Curtis Tate, it is in my plans to watch because I've never seen Better Call Saul, the recent season 6. I've seen all of Better Call Saul except for the most recent season, which I believe is now available on Netflix. So me and the wife, or the wife and I, if you want to say it correctly, I'm gonna make sure we remember to watch the final season of Better Call Saul. I was giving a guy a ride the other day, and he was talking about how season 6 of Better Call Saul is so damn good. So we got to watch it. Got to do it. Brian Dawkins says, I like the still of Scott Grimes and his family sitting around the dinner table. Absolutely. I don't think he'll show up, but I actually have that picture right here available on my desktop. Oh no. Did I erase it? Because I knew I can get it again. Yes, I did. Anyway, there is a picture that Tom Constantino put up. Go to Tom Constantino's X page, Twitter page. He put up a picture of that picture of the cast having dinner. Ted, Scott Grimes is the dad, the mom, the daughter, and the son. But he put a picture next to each one of who they represent. So Ted is, of course, Seth MacFarlane. The son, and this might actually be true, I haven't researched it yet, but it's on my list of things to research. The son either represents or is played by the same kid who played the kid from episode 4 of the Orville season 1. No. Episode 4, If the Star Should Appear, there's the son that kind of bands along with Seth MacFarlane and the gang during the episode. Might be played by the same exact actor. And then he put the woman who plays Lycella's character next to the daughter. From the picture, didn't look like the woman that plays Lysella from the Orville. From not only Future Unknown, the season 3 finale, but of course, Majority Rule from season 1. Lycella's character didn't look quite like her, but he put a picture of her next to the daughter. And then the mom, I can't remember. I don't know if the mom has anything to do with the Orville, but the other characters either do or might, or are just a representation. He didn't write much, so I didn't get much into his head with his post. But check it out, you guys. Tom Constantino on X. He has an active X Twitter page. Sick Sad Society. SSS. Sick Old Society, SOS. We live in a society. People like societies. All right, Archmage, you and I are on the same trip we got to go on. Archmage says, I have yet to see the final season of Saul 2. I'll have to get on that one, as will I. We'll have to talk about that in the next stream. Well, if we've started watching it. I don't know when I'm going to start. All I know is I want to start. But you got to get through things. And now, you know, the holidays are here. So it's time to watch every single holiday thing that's out. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to be watching every single good and bad Christmas thing that's out. But I'm not going to do that until after Thanksgiving. There's a bunch. There's the new There's the Santa Clauses season 2 on Disney Plus. I believe it's already started. I'm gonna watch that. Uh, there's a whole bunch of new movies out, good and bad. I never saw Violent Night last year when that was out. That's available on one of the streaming services. Can't remember which one. And so many other things. I'm gonna be going Christmas movie crazy. We're Christmas people in my house. Yeah, it's a tough one, Don, in my brain, because Twitter X will always be Twitter to me as well. X is dumb. X is so dumb. So yeah, in my brain, but also I have to say it because you got to say it because that's what it's called. According to Google, Georgia Wigman, who played Lysella, is playing Blair in Ted. Oh, that's going to be so good piece of info in my video when I eventually make it. Thank you, Archmage. The Orville fandom will enjoy that. So I'm assuming that the boy is the kid that played the kid in If the Star Should Appear. Don says, I love the Santa Clauses. Fun show. Yeah, I enjoyed season 1. It's just a dumb show, but it's fun. I enjoyed season 1. Season 2, I saw the trailer. Looks fun. Looks like there's the old crazy Santa Claus that wants his job back. Wants to take it over from Tim Allen's Santa Claus. And that's played by Eric Stonestreet, who plays Cam on Modern Family. Brian Dawkins says, I am working on Suits on Netflix. Yes, Suits is on Netflix. Every time I go on there, well, not last couple days, but like all last month, the show Suits, it was advertised to me a lot. Every time I go onto Netflix, it's on the big banner when you first get there. Oh, wow. Barry says Hallmark has 40 new Xmas movies. Well, 40 new movies is too much. But I guarantee you I will be watching some of those Hallmark Christmas movies. The rest I'll be saving for the upcoming Christmas seasons. Don says, Happy World Television Day. Is that today? How did I forget? I usually celebrate every year by watching television. Brian says, I want to see the Thanksgiving movie for a laugh. There are some Thanksgiving movies, aren't there? But is there one called the Thanksgiving movie, or it's just called Thanksgiving? I saw some Thanksgiving movies because Thanksgiving is a holiday that isn't, people won't try to latch on, try to make a quick buck off of it. I don't know why they try to make a quick buck off of everything else in the world. Thanksgiving is a well-known thing. They should be making more movies about it. I think people are finally starting to catch up, say, hey, this is a thing that people know about. We can make a movie about it. The other night, I watched a couple of Thanksgiving episodes of random shows. I think it was on Hulu, maybe Peacock. I can't remember. Streaming, you guys. One of them had a holiday banner. You click on it, and it just shows a bunch of episodes of different holiday episodes of different TV shows. So I watched a Thanksgiving episode from the old Roseanne, the old, long time ago seasons of Roseanne. There was a bunch of them from different seasons. I just watched one. It was so freaking funny. I watched a Brooklyn Nine-Nine Thanksgiving episode. I watched a Thanksgiving episode from the show The Middle, which I never watched that show. I remember hearing about it. I think I caught an episode or two back when it was a new show on primetime television, back when primetime television had shows people watched. So I watched an episode of that. It was good. And then I watched one more show, Modern Family Thanksgiving episode. They had some other ones. They had some other shows. I think they had like Everybody Loves Raymond or something like that. That was another show I never really watched back in the day. It was either Hulu or Peacock, but they have a whole holiday banner with a bunch of holiday episodes from different shows. Last year I watched all the Christmas ones. Like they had Superstore. I love Superstore holiday episodes. So freaking good. They didn't have that this year. I'll have to look for it manually. Archmage Frey says, oh, speaking of new things, did you see the Madam Web trailer? No, I think I saw people complaining about stuff or complaining about complainers. I don't know. I saw that there's a thing called Madam Web, but I did not watch whatever it was. It's not a household title in my home, but I will check it out. I just spend all daytime hours doing rideshare, and then when I get home, I'm so pissed off at YouTube that I'm like, I'm not even going on my computer. I don't want to see the computer, but I'm starting to get over it. So as you can tell, I'm back in front of my computer, but it's been about a week. Okay. John Smith said there's a new movie called Thanksgiving that is a horror movie. Okay. I'm watching that. John Smith and Brian Dawkins, I'm watching Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is currently playing in theaters. If it's in theaters, it's probably going to be on a streaming service any minute now, if it isn't already. I only ask because Adam Scott is in it, says Archmage Frey. Okay, I love Adam Scott. Ooh. Brian Dawkins says the last episode of the UK Ghost show will be an Xmas episode. I love that show. I super love the American Ghost show, but I also love the original, the UK Ghost show. If you guys don't watch Ghost, either one of them, you gotta watch it. It's such a damn good show. Good comedy, great characters, great idea for a show. The ghosts are hilarious on both series. Yep, half the internet has been taken over by just complaining about superhero movies. Oh, I know. I realize just complaining about movies and TV shows is what the internet became a couple of years ago. I almost started doing that with this channel because I didn't understand. I didn't realize that's what was going on. And then after a couple of years, I realized, oh, this is just some sick, toxic thing that's going on. It's been taking over people's minds. I'm not going to do that. So I stopped complaining about stuff. Like I used to do videos about Discovery, and I would just complain about Discovery. I would complain extra about it because I knew that gets views and stuff like that. And I realized, oh, this is just a thing. People are banding together over hate. I go, this is how wars get started. So I stopped doing that. And I was like, I'm just having great fun to talk about the Orville. But now it's time to start talking about some other things as well. It's just all about finding the time to do it. But I have to spend so much time trying to keep the lights on, but nothing to do to use the lights for. I just have to keep them on. I don't have time to actually turn them on and do things. But yes, most of the internet, and a lot of this people don't realize, is the algorithm, because negative stuff is what gets attention. And the algorithm, which is just a computer, doesn't know one way or the other, but it does know that negativity and conspiracies will get more views, and it's just trained to get more views. So what it will do, these algorithms, is they'll find things that are negative that will get more views, and they give them more views. They serve them up to people. And that's and the fact that everyone's being served up this stuff, and they watch it, and then they get into it, and something switches in their mind, and they start complaining about stuff and getting into conspiracies and things like that. Everyone's noticed it. Anyone level-headed has noticed that the internet is full of conspiracies and negative content. That's done because of the algorithms, you guys. People didn't set out to do that. They just got responses from doing that. And so the fact that they got responses, people were looking at them because they were complaining about something. And when they don't complain about something, no one looks at them. So they just keep complaining about more and more stuff. just to get views, just to get clicks, just to get noticed, just to get validated as a human on this planet. And it's gotten to the point where it's boiling over. That's the algorithm. Algorithms did that. Algorithms made people go crazy, but people don't realize that. I realized it. Seth MacFarlane recommended a book called Chaos Theory. It's something I already noticed, but then I read the book Chaos Theory, recommended by Seth MacFarlane. Oh my God, it's so good. Shows you step by step, going all the way back to like 2005, all the way up to the present day in the future. What happened, what's going on, factual stuff. Highly recommend the book Chaos Theory. Thank you, Seth MacFarlane, for not just opening my eyes a little bit more when they were already open, but validating so many theories and so many things that I already saw with my own two eyes and didn't know how to explain. It's okay to complain about stuff, but people are complaining about the wrong stuff that doesn't need to be complained about. I should do a channel that just complains about complainers. That's pretty meta. Arkmay says, love both Ghosts, enjoy the US version, decided to go its own way and do unique things. Yes, both shows are different. They're the same, but different. And, there's certain things that they do in the British one and in the American one that neither would get. So they are very different. Like there's certain characters that you just couldn't have in the British one because British people don't know about these type of historical figures because they're American in nature, and vice versa. So you get totally different characters, even though you have some similar characters on both shows, but they have different adventures, different issues to deal with. It's a lot of fun. Yes, we all have our own opinions, tastes, and viewpoints. Very true. The problem is having different opinions, tastes, and viewpoints make you an enemy to other people. That's the way they're saying it. Oh, you have a different opinion than me. You are the enemy. I shall take you down over the internet. Because I don't have pants on, because I'm on the internet. But now with the internet, and it's great to have your own opinions, tastes, and viewpoints. I just got to a point years ago when it came to like TV shows and movies, and I noticed all the things people were saying all were becoming the same exact thing, same exact words, same exact phrases by thousands of different people. I'm like, oh, these are not individual opinions. These are all people getting each other's opinions and regurgitating them. I'm like, oh, they're not getting opinions made up on their own experiences anymore. And I was like, this is a problem. Brian Dawkins says, I really feel bad you guys didn't get to see Yonderland. That was the people made Ghosts and it was made by the people who made Ghosts, and it was a really good show. Yeah, I've never even heard of it. I bet you it has something to do with Alice in Wonderland. But maybe not. What's up, Keith? How you doing? Archmage Frey, last time I posted positively, my first comment, give it up, dude. No one likes this crap. You're wasting your time. Haha. That's a positive comment. No one likes this crap. Some people do like this crap. That's the problem. No, it's good. It's good that people share their opinions, but man, people are just sharing their opinions without actually formulating an opinion. They're just like, oh, they're coming out with a thing. It's got to suck. I hate it. I don't know anything about it, but I hate it. Shut up, Mom. I'll do it later. Hate it. That's the internet. And it's like, if you don't follow the train, you don't get views. I decided, and I don't get as many views as when I used to do negative stuff. But I was like, it feels better though. It feels better. It feels poorer, but it feels better. But I had a hard time even nowadays I have a hard time complaining because my brain always goes straight to the size of the universe. I'm like, nobody cares about this. The universe doesn't care about this. It's gigantic. There's crazy things going on in there. A star exploded. Does just hating this movie matter? Not to me, it doesn't. Ooh, kind of like that. Yonderland is a time travel show. Ooh, you know how I am with time travel, Brian. I love it. It doesn't even need to make sense. I don't care if it makes sense. I just like people going through time, getting into situations they didn't think about before they left. Like even in in Making History, Making History, of course you do. One little line that I thought was so brilliant is, they both ended up, one guy's been traveling through time for a little while, going back to the Revolutionary War era, and then his friend finally shows up and instantly throws up, and he's like, oh yeah, the past smells like crap or smells like poop because it, because it does, because everyone poops all the time, and there's animal poop everywhere and people poop everywhere, because it's the past. They didn't have toilets back then. I'm like, it's such a small little moment. I thought that was so brilliant comedy right there, because people don't think about that. You don't think about, oh, I'm going to go to France in the 1800s and see this happen or that happen. Everybody is going to smell horrible. They weren't wearing deodorant back then. Well, they don't wear it now because they're used to it, I guess. Well, they wear a little bit. I don't want to start a rumor that's untrue. Everything smelled back in the day, everything, but they were used to it back then because they're from that time. But if you're not from that time where everyone's smelling like right guard, it's going to be incredibly offensive to you. It's going to make you throw up. Dean Lucero says, I hate Orville season 4. Me too. It's my least favorite so far. Actually, that can't be true because season 4 will have the episode Sympathy for the Devil. And I love that episode. That's my favorite episode of the Orville. But that episode's already written. It's scripted and everything. Being a UK show, they only made 25 episodes. That's a lot of episodes in this day and age. Most shows get maybe 10 if you're lucky, because everything's streaming. Hey, Dan Crane. Hail, JP. Hope you're doing well. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thank you very much, and happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Very much appreciated. Good to see you, or to see your name in the words you say. Brian says, we shouldn't have this conversation about our guns in front of the guns. Yes. Jack says, hoping that Gordon gets his bridge cat and becomes an integral part of Tala's security team. I'm okay with the security team, but as you guys know, having a bridge cat can be a lot of trouble. I have a studio cat, and the studio cat was a lot of trouble. So I don't know what a studio cat on a bridge would be like. They'd probably be throwing up hairballs all over the place, walking over the consoles, shooting off particle weapons and missiles and all that stuff by accident, causing a lot of trouble. Shooting torpedoes when they specifically said no torpedoes. Archmage says, yeah, current shows get maybe 10 episodes and canceled about halfway through the second episode airing. Yes, because they didn't make $1 billion. You got to make $1 billion nowadays. If you're a movie, you got to make $1 billion or you're a flop. If you're a TV show, you need to make $1 billion in subscriptions or you're canceled. No time to build an audience. We're moving on to the next thing. Oh, this world we live in, you guys. We got what we wanted, and it wasn't what we thought. We wanted streaming. we wanted to cut the cord. Now we just have, you know, 5 times the amount of cords. They're just digital cords. Yeah, they'd have to make a furball corner. That's right. Yeah, just getting 10 shows per show. That's another reason for the Hollywood strikes. People aren't getting the work. They'll get hired for something amazing, get paid for the work they do, no residuals, only a couple months of actual work, and then they're unemployed for 8 months. Money ain't gonna last long, especially if you're living in Los Angeles. And we all hate the Orville season 4. If you go into something with any expectation, it's going to change the outlook, good or bad. Yeah, I learned that one a long time ago. There's everything I've watched. I mean, I know you're talking about anything, and it's true, but I'm just talking about entertainment. Anything I've watched where I thought, oh, this is going to be good, I don't care about it. And it might have been amazing, but I'm like, oh, it didn't change my life the way I thought it was going to change my life. This TV show was supposed to change my life and make everything better, and I don't have to pay taxes and don't have bills, and it didn't do that for me. So therefore, it's the worst thing ever. Entertainment is just all of it. Even the Orville, as much as I love it, it's just a way to pass the time and to sell Tide or whatever. But people are expecting movies to have the impact that it had on them when they were 12 years old, where everything has an impact on you when you're 12 years old because you have the brain of a 12-year-old. But when you're an adult, nothing's going to change your life because nothing's going to make you forget that you got mouths to feed, bills to pay, time to spend doing things you don't want to do. No, nothing's ever going to make you forget about that stuff. And even the shows that changed your life when you were 12 didn't do that much for you because you didn't have any of those things in the first place. Life was already pretty damn good. All these adult men with beard and glasses and hats that are on the internet complaining about everything, they're going through the same thing. They don't like anything because nothing makes them forget about the lives that they're living in this society that we created. So they hate everything, but they must hate themselves as well. They must hate life because life is hard. Even when it's easy, it's hard. It's like, oh, good. I don't want to have to poop again. I don't enjoy that, but I have to do it. When I was 12, I enjoyed pooping. I don't enjoy it anymore. I want to do something else. Archmage Frey, not all shows are made to sell things, especially not the hit 2007 comedy Cavemen. Oh, I remember Cavemen. Cavemen were trying to sell car insurance, weren't they? Like literally, weren't they trying to sell car insurance? They canceled the cartoon of Captain Fall. That show was the Evil Love Boat. Evil Love Boat. Soon you will be burning from a pike. Captain Pike. Quantum Leap is great for adults, though. I still need to get it. I still need to finish season 1. I watched the first 2 episodes, enjoyed it, but didn't feel like watching the next episode. Therefore, I lost track of all the episodes. And I know they have the season 2 now. I enjoyed the new Quantum Leap. I didn't enjoy it as much as the original, just because they add too much stuff to it. You know, they got to add things. The original Quantum Leap was just so simple. Dude stuck in time. And he wants to get back, and it's really hard, you guys. The new one, we got this angle, we got that angle. Still a good time. Don't care about anything that's going on in the modern days. I just want to see him stuck in time trying to deal with the situation. But still good. I liked it. I like the dude that plays the main leaper. I like the woman that plays the hologram. But it's not for kids. I was a kid. I watched Quantum Leap as a kid. It was an adult show, but it was a show that my stepdad at the time, even though it came on like at 9 o'clock, it was my bedtime. He let me stay up and watch it. And I loved it ever since then. But also it's just great. And come on. Sam, played by Scott Bakula. Anything Scott Bakula's in, I love. I love it. I don't watch his NCIS thing just because I don't watch primetime television. But if I did, I'd love it because he's the star of it. Archmage says, LOL, yes, I was literally a TV show spin-off from an ad campaign. Yes. Caveman was out here, at least. They were, God, what campaign? What company were they selling? The Cavemen were on, I don't know, Geico or something like that. And then they became so popular as commercial characters that they say, hey, let's give them a TV show. I watched a little bit of TV show. I thought it was fun. Brian Dawkins says, I found it on Netflix and it was a load of laughs. Ooh, I should see if that's available on my Netflix out here. Don Ranger Power says, I enjoyed Max Burkholder as Billy in an episode of The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Man, my cousin, she loved that show. She probably still loves that show. She loved the hell out of the show. She was Zach and Cody everything. I've only seen maybe a couple scenes and it's been years. I mean, I'm if at my age, if I like Zach and Cody, people might call the police on me, but she loved it. Archmage says, I really like the new Quantum Leap. I've been following it since it started, and it seemed to be doing okay until they did an episode with a trans character, and suddenly everyone stopped liking it. That's the internet. That's them man boys on the internet complaining about crap. Don't be different. Don't be different, or we're going to complain about it. I'm like, people are people. That's my thing. And I know not everybody's like that, but I'm a people are people type of guy. But that's the internet. If they can find something to complain about and there's an audience for it, and we all know, some of us know why there's an audience for it in this day and age, they're going to complain about it and get them clicks, get that YouTube negativity money. If you can find something to complain about, you better complain about it. But also, making any kind of money to pay for the bills is pretty tough in this day and age. A lot of people nowadays, and they all got jobs, and there's a lot of jobs out there, but they're all filled up. There's other jobs you can take, but they're not worth the time. They're not worth the gas money to get to them. That's something that's really sad. You know, there's all these retail and fast food jobs, stuff like that, and they don't pay anything. You cannot survive off of this. And I take, with the ride shares, with Uber, so much of what I do is I take people to their jobs and I pick them up from their jobs later in the day. And those jobs are not big old fancy jobs that can afford Uber prices. I'm dropping people off at McDonald's. I'm dropping people off at Walmart. They don't have cars and they got to spend, I don't even know what Uber charges people. Maybe you guys know. Tons of money just to get to work that doesn't pay them hardly any money. Ridiculous. JP, what are you looking forward to in the movies, streaming, etc., either live or animated? Of course, I'm looking forward to the new Ted series, January 11th on Peacock. There's silly movies I'm looking forward to. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't judge movies anymore, so I'm enjoying them more. I'm like, I don't care if this is good or not. If it makes me laugh a few times and I enjoyed my time for the 2 hours that I'm watching it, that's good enough. So there's a movie, a holiday movie. I think it's a holiday movie. It might not be, but it comes out in just a couple days actually, with Melissa McCarthy, called Genie. I think that's going to be on Peacock, maybe Hulu. where she plays a genie. Somebody rubs a bottle, she's the genie that comes out. That looks like fun. I just watched the other day the brand new movie by the Please Don't Destroy guys from Saturday Night Live. They did a movie called Please Don't Destroy, The Treasure of Foggy Mountain. Enjoy the hell out of it. So much fun. There are some other things I'm looking forward to. I can't remember right now. I don't have a list. Just because I don't think about that stuff anymore. I just, when it's time to watch TV, I look around and I'm like, oh, that looks good. That looks good. I don't think there's anything in the theaters that's coming out that I'm looking forward to. There might be, but I haven't looked. The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I don't know when that comes out, but I'm very much looking forward to that. Peter Macon plays Rocka. His voice is very recognizable. I don't care about any of the Star Wars stuff. I really don't care about the Marvel stuff, except for every once in a while they'll come out with something that I'm interested in. I kind of want to see, it's not super important to me, but I did see season 1 and I enjoyed it. And season 2 sounds like it's going to be even better. Loki season 2 out now. I do kind of want to watch that, but I'll have to find time to watch 8 to 10 episodes. The new Santa Clauses looks fun. I'm kind of like diving back into silly movies like I loved when I was younger. So I'm like, life doesn't have to be so, life is so serious that you don't have to always be serious all the time. I need something that's an escape. So silly movies. I've been looking forward to silly movies. Aquaman 2. I love Jason Momoa. I really liked the first Aquaman movie. I'll probably see the new Aquaman movie, but I'm not looking forward to it. Not in a negative way or a positive way, just I'll see it if I see it, because I know what it's going to be. It's just going to be the same stuff. Some funny moments and a bunch of stuff blowing up. But I'll probably see it once it's available to stream somewhere on one of my streaming services. I will be watching Aquaman. I mean, you would assume that it would be available sooner than later on Disney Plus, but at the same time, all these streaming services are sharing their content. It's a huge streaming orgy, you guys. They're like, let's all of us make money off of this thing. Memorial Day weekend. What? It used to be that Christmas time was when the movies I was most looking forward to would come out. Not lately, though. Yeah, now it's nonstop movies. There used to be a season for the big blockbusters. That's over. Now it's just going to be nothing but blockbusters in the theaters and then smaller movies on the streaming services. Then you stop watching because then the blockbusters come to the streaming services and crowds out the smaller movies. I've been enjoying smaller movies and sillier movies these days than I have any other time in my life, except for when I was really young. Oh, duh. Archmage Frey, duh. Thank you. Aquaman is DC, so it will be Max, not Disney. Exactly. And that's the thing, is DC and Marvel, it's all blending together nowadays. But yes, Aquaman is DC. It's not Marvel. Marvel's with Disney Plus, and DC is with Max until it decides to go to Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus is recently being sued by HBO Max. We'll see what happens with that, because HBO Max is claiming that Paramount Plus stole South Park. That they were not supposed to be allowed to order new episodes of South Park because HBO Max has a deal with the South Park boys. And so somebody did something illegal somewhere, and the new South Park stuff is on Paramount Plus, but HBO Max is saying, no, we have a contract. So we're going to see what happens there, who gets sued. I guarantee you everyone will just end up making more money. That's just how these things end for the studio people. No matter what they do, they're just going to make more money. They'll figure it out. They'll get money from us. IRI says, "You're my Orvilleite wingman." I try. I love the Orville. The Orville's a special thing. There's not enough of it. There's going to be more eventually. I don't know the exact details. I just know there's going to be more, and it's going to be a while. But it's a very special thing. It's telling some great stories from some great points of view, holding a mirror up to society in a way that's more accepted by more people than other types of shows that are trying to hold up a mirror to society, that are usually just holding up mirrors to their private parts one way or another. The Orville does it right. It's made by seasoned professionals. And this whole rumor that Amazon is making the new Stargate show for Prime, except in the US, where it'll be an MGM Plus, because why not force a 37th streaming service? Who knows? Who knows if they're even making a Stargate? Wasn't Amazon making oh gosh, why am I Galaxy Quest? They're supposed to be making a Galaxy Quest. What happened to the Galaxy Quest? So who knows if anything's true? Until something is being filmed, maybe it's being filmed. I hardly pay attention to Stargate stuff because I've been seeing Stargate rumors every week for the last 10 years online. Just like I've been seeing, Firefly rumors every week online for the last 10 years. I don't believe anything until I see a trailer or at least a production shoot photo. But yeah, I could believe it. I could believe it either way in this day and age. Nothing surprises me. I also love how when Seth MacFarlane announced the Ted series a couple days ago with the new Ted trailer, he wrote on Twitter, on X, when he posted, he goes, "And here, folks, is another streaming service for you to sign up for." And then he goes, "The new Ted series on Peacock." So he gets it too. He's like, there's a lot of streaming services. He's in the business. He's doing it too, but he knows the irony of it. Ooh, I don't know this one. Freelance 2023 was quite fun. Talking about silly movies. Freelance. I don't know that one. I know Free Enterprise. I'll have to check out Freelance, see if I can find it. I like silly movies. Just something to, for shiz and giz, you guys. Oh, I know this movie that you're talking about. I saw the trailer for this. I do want to see this, Brian. Looks kind of artsy, but in a fun way. And I do like artsy movies sometimes. I hope you get to see the film Jules, about the old people befriend the space alien. Yes, the trailers look fun. I wonder if the alien speaks at all. In the trailer, it seems like maybe it doesn't speak. But yeah, it's a spaceship crash lands. It's kind of ET in nature. Family becomes there's an alien on there. It looks like a young boy plays the alien. Don't know if it actually is a young boy, character wise. An alien named Jules. They befriend the alien, bring him into their home, and they got an alien living with them. Very interested to see that. I will be seeing that on a streaming service that I subscribe to, if I see it at all. Just can't make it to the movie theaters anymore. Money. Money. You know how that is. Money and time and money. Archmage Frey, I think they put the Galaxy Quest on pause after Alan Rickman died. Yeah, I have no idea as far as it comes to original characters and actors from the show, if any of them have anything to do with the new Galaxy Quest. I would love it if they did. But if Alan's not going to be there by Grapthar's hammer, right? Yeah, that could be a maybe. I mean, they could have done it. I don't think they would have, if he didn't have anything to do with it, I don't think they would have paused it. Because they want to make money. They don't care about that stuff. They just want to make money, right? But if he had something to do with it, he was part of the production in some way, and then he passed, yeah, that I get it. Putting it on pause for a while, let people sort through the aftermath. Archmage Frey says, I wish we lived in a world where we didn't know things 10 years ahead. I just want a trailer to pop out a month before the thing comes out and we all learn of it then. Yes, I have said that so many times. I miss the days where all of a sudden there's a trailer for a movie that came on TV. It's coming out in a month. You didn't know nothing about it until you saw the trailer and you're like, oh, I want to see that. That's great. And then you go see it. You didn't know who directed it. You didn't know who produced it. You didn't know any of that stuff. And if they told you that stuff, you wouldn't care. The person who directed it wouldn't make you say, oh, I hate that guy. I'm not going to go see that movie. I'm going to complain about it on the internet. There was no internet to complain about. You had to write letters to complain about stuff back in the day. I miss those days too. And now they're telling you, just like you said, 10 years ahead. Here's the movies that we're making for the next 10 years. And here's the days that they're coming out. Mark your calendar, save the date. I'm busy on those days. I don't have time to schedule a movie I'm going to see 5 years from now. And the movie sounds like it sucks. Also, why are you making this movie? Why are you making part 4 of a movie that you haven't even made part 1 yet? Are you assuming part 1's going to do so well that you're going to have the money to make a part 2, a part 3, and a part 4? Rude. Well, Peacock does have a free tier, but not everything is available on it. This is true. They do have some a bunch of free stuff to watch on Peacock, but Peacock has such good content. They're gonna make you pay for it. Luckily, Peacock with commercials is only like $5. The content they have on there compared to their with ads price is very good. I like Peacock so much and the content on Peacock and the newer movies they have on there so much that I said this is worth an additional $5 to get the ad-free version. So for Peacock is the only streaming service I have without commercials. But man, they had great movies on there. I mean, Renfield is now available on Amazon, but it was originally available right away on Peacock. Strays, which is available now on Peacock, so good. Cocaine Bear is on there, and that turned out to be a decent damn movie. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was going to be some horrible movie, but it was actually really good. A lot of fun. Champions is on there, is really good. And a whole bunch of other movies are on there that are really good. The new Mario movie came out right away. Well, not right away, but pretty closer than anyone else. The new Mario movie is going to be available on Netflix any day now, maybe next week, if not this weekend. But it was available on Peacock months ago. So I watch me a lot of Peacock. Plus, Peacock has The Office and The Office fan episodes, which every episode of The Office is 10 minutes longer, 10 minutes of extra footage. They currently have the first 6 seasons available, and you will see some new stuff in The Office you've never seen before. That's great. They have Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They have Superstore. They have American Auto. What's the Resident Alien? Parks and Recreation, which is a big deal to me, and a ton of other things. I love me some Peacock, even though I sound dirty every time I say it. The Schrodinger's strike. They start voting to ratify the strike today. It won't be complete till early December, as Ensign Rivers, commanding officer on Star Trek, used to say, "Keep your shirt on." Yeah, I say it'll get ratified. They only did it because they knew it would get ratified. But yes, the crossing the T's and dotting the I's are not quite all finished yet. But yeah, that strike be over. Well, the strike's over. Technically, the strike's over. The deal hasn't been completely made yet, but they're not striking right now. They said, you can go home now. But we'll see. What if they're like, you know what? This didn't get voted on. Let's all go back on strike. That could happen too. Probably won't, but it could. Archimedes says, I heard the plan was to have the old cast and a new cast come together and then have an ongoing series with the new people. Talking about the Galaxy Quest show. Yeah, maybe like the first episode is, you know, kind of a passing of the torch. And then every once in a while, one of the older characters shows up. But mostly it's the new cast. I can see that working. Because you got to pass the torch with something like that, don't you? Though we didn't really need that with Generations, Star Trek. I love me some Shatner. I love me some Captain Kirk. He did not need to be in that movie, though. I actually still liked it. But I liked him in the movie, but it wasn't needed. He didn't need to pass a torch. That torch was passed years ago with the series. You know who passed the torch from the TOS to TNG? Let me think. Bones did. Bones was like on the first episode of Star Trek. Or one of the first episodes of Star Trek. I can't remember which one. Bones passed the torch many a year ago, back in 1987. And then later on, Scotty showed up on TNG. That was great. What was that episode called? I know the name of that episode. I'm forgetting words right now, though. You guys know. Someone said People of Earth. If you guys haven't seen People of Earth, that show ended way too early. It got canceled. They thought they got renewed, and then they did get renewed. And they said, oh, you know what? You guys are canceled anyway. People of Earth, a very good sci-fi comedy show. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. Not saying something purely for the algo. If that was true as much as not having Alan Rickman would suck, they wouldn't really need the whole cast. I don't think they need any of the original cast in order to put out a new show. I mean, you got to pay respect in some way. You got to pay respect to the original cast, but you don't have to have them. That's all for getting people to watch. To even have any of the original cast is there just as a publicity stunt. I know how TV works. We'll definitely not encounter at Farpoint with Bones. Yeah, very possibly. Part 1 or part 2. But the one with Scotty years later, I know the name of that episode and I can't remember it right now, but I know one of you guys got it on the tip of your fingers. Oh, if Mario was on Apple, I knew nothing about it because I do not have Apple Plus. Kind of want it. I want a trial of it. Maybe I should look into that. But then I got to watch more stuff. Who's got time for that? Not Unification. Oh, of course, Spock, right? Spock was in Unification 1 and 2. Relics. That's it. That's the one. And let me think, is that all we got? Except for some side characters that played different characters on TNG. The main TOS cast was Bones, Scotty, and Spock. I don't remember anybody else. I kind of want to watch TNG right now. If I could watch any episode of the Next Generation right now, what would I watch? I could only pick one. There's so many. I kind of want to watch the one. Oh, what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. I do know the name of it. I just can't think of it right now. The one where there's that it's that mystery episode. It's the first really good mystery episode of TNG where the crew wakes up and things are just wrong. Worf's arm's broken. Other weird stuff is going on. The plants grew for a couple days when they shouldn't have grown. Turns out they came across some people that were going to destroy them, and Picard was able to convince them to just erase their memory and let them start over. But then they start trying to solve the mystery, which is kind of the the moral of the story. You left something that's that humans just cannot deny, a mystery. Tim Allen's been coasting on his own nostalgia for years. If the Galaxy Quest series asks him, he'll be there. Oh, of course. Conundrum? I don't know. When I think of Drum, I think of Drum's head. Yeah, Tim Allen, he's doing the Santa Claus one right now. Eventually, Tool Time's coming back. Guarantee you Tool Time's coming back. Yeah, where Data lied. He started putting, what, 3s into everything? Yeah, oh no, clues. That'd be a good meme. You take a scene from that episode and have a speech bubble with Picard going, oh no, clues. I still want the show where the guy goes around with his spaceship and helps people. Space Rider. Any show from the 80s, any action show from the 80s, somebody going around helping people. I miss that. I miss those days. I mean, I guess that's what the new Quantum Leap does, but that's what the original Quantum Leap did. We're going to help people every week. I miss that. So many shows were that in the 80s. The shows I grew up with were someone going around helping people. Even the show Kung Fu. He was just going around helping people. Oh, the episode was named Clues. I still kind of like, oh no, Clues. That episode was called, oh no, Clues. Season 4, episode 14. Wow, was that called Clues? Man, Blue's Clues. Well, you guys, this has been my longest stream in years. What do we got here? What does it say? How long has it been? 2.5 hours? That's not so bad. That's not so bad, you guys. Yeah, we need Chuck Norris back. Chuck is back again. They should do a remake of the show Chuck, but this time it stars Chuck Norris. I don't need Zachary Levi. I need Chuck Norris. Clues. All right, everybody go and watch Clues. All right, you guys. I am going to have to end this stream. My wife came home early, and she does have a chore that I would like to do the chore with her. And I'm not talking about anything dirty, you weirdos, you perverts. I'm talking about actual chores. I like the episode where they help the orphans. Not enough shows help orphans these days, you guys. 21.5 hours to go, 2.5 down. That's right. No, that's wrong. We'll do that another time, though. I just got to find time to do these streams. But all right, you guys, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Such a great chat, as always. You guys are the core. You're the core. Egotastic core time. Thank you for helping keep the lights on. Thank you for the PayPal tips. Thank you for the Patreon memberships. YouTube sucks. When is the next stream? Hopefully this week, but I couldn't tell you when. I work all daytime hours. If the day is up, I work. I'm out on the streets doing Uber, working. Today I went out this morning to do Uber. Jobs weren't coming in. I was like, this is insane. It must be because of the holiday week here. We're doing Thanksgiving this week. And I was like, you know what? I'm not wasting my time waiting around. I'm going to go home and do, I'm actually formatting Egotastic FunTime again, but I'm like, I need to go live. I need to talk to my friends, to my ego companions, ego corpse, And I'm deciding while I'm demonetized, I got to advertise more, which is why I have this stupid thing down here. So I'm like, I need to support. I need help. So I need to do that. Say F you, YouTube, but not F you guys. Unless I start an OnlyFans, then hey, whatever. But thank you guys so much for the support. I will announce the next stream, Curtis. So I hope you're able to make it. They still let me stream. They don't let me do anything else. But hey, what you gonna do? I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you so much. Have a great holiday weekend if there's a holiday going on where you live. And remember, we all do better when we all do better. The Orville's coming back.